Lots of layers in scriptures. And I had this whole video planned out. But the Lord now took me a different route. I've shared with these scriptures before, I know I have, but I'm going to discuss it with you one more time, this way a little different. John chapter 1 verses 43 through 51, we see a typology of the fig tree generation when he is speaking to Philip and Nathanael. Then he goes into the first miracle that he ever performed, which was the Galilean wedding miracle, the Galilean wedding tradition in John chapter 2, which could also be a typology of the rapture of the church. Then in verses 12 through 25, we see Jesus cleansing the temple, going back to deal with the Jews and the Gentiles that did not believe in the one true Messiah, and that's Jesus Christ. And that is when the age of grace is over and wrath has been poured out. Now, speaking of layers in Scripture, I want to show you another layer that I found today that I want to share with you. Matthew chapter 26, verses 36 through 46. This is Jesus' prayer in Gethsemane. Starting in verse 40. And he comes unto the disciples and finds them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What? Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. He went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. He came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then come he to his disciples and saith unto them, Sleep on now, take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us go. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. Mark chapter 14, verses 32 through 42, starting in verse 37. And he come, finding them sleeping, and says unto Peter, Simon, sleepest thou? Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch you and pray, lest you enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. And again he went away and prayed and spake the same words. And when he returned, he found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. Neither wist they what to answer. So they didn't know what to say. And he come a third time, saith unto them, Sleep on now, and take your rest. It is enough. The hour is come. Behold, the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise up, let us go hence. He that betrays me is at hand. Luke chapter 22, verses 39 through 46. We're going to start in verse 40. And when he was at the place, he said unto them, Pray that you enter not into temptation. And he was withdrawn from them, a stone's cast, and knelt down and prayed, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. And there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him. And he, being in agony, prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was as it was great drops of blood falling down to the ground. And when he rose up from prayer, he come to his disciples and found them sleeping for sorrow. He said unto them, Why sleep you? Rise and pray, lest you enter into temptation. Now, when you read John's Gospel, you do not see mention of this particular situation take place, because it's not for the world to see. It's for the Jews, the lukewarm, and the bride to see. So let me read it again with that in mind. Matthew 26, starting in verse 41. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Verse 45. Sleep on now and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. Verse 43, and he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. This is the Jews. Mark chapter 14, starting in verse 37. Simon, sleepeth thou? Could you not watch 1 hour? Watch and pray, lest you enter into temptation. The spirit is ready, but the flesh is weak. And again he went away, and he prayed, spake the same words. And when he returned, he found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy, and neither they knew what to answer him. The lukewarm doesn't have an answer for them. Verse 41, and he came a third time, and saith unto them, Sleep on now, take your rest. It is enough, the hour is come. Behold, the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise up, let us go. Lo, he that betrays me is at hand. The bride. Luke 22, starting in verse 40. He said unto them, Pray that you enter not into temptation. Verse 45. And when he rose up from prayer and was come to his disciples, he found them sleeping for sorrow. Not because their eyes were heavy, but because they're hurting, because they're tired, because they're worn out. And he said unto them, Why sleep you? Rise and pray, lest you enter into temptation. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Now this is John's gospel, John the Revelator, Revelations 3:10, and that is for the Philadelphia church, the bride. We are told because we kept his word and his patience, we will be spared from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon them. And notice how I told you that Matthew, Mark, and Luke speak specifically of that part of the prayer when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane. John's gospel, which is for the world. Jesus says this in John chapter 14, starting in verse 29. And now I have told you before it come to pass, that when it does come to pass, you might believe. Hereafter I will not talk with you much, for the prince of this world comes and has nothing in me. But that the world may know that I love the Father, and as the Father gave me commandment, even so I do. Arise, let us go hence. Mark chapter 14, verse 42. Rise up, let us go. He that betrays me is at hand. Matthew 26:46. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. Luke doesn't mention that, but Luke does mention this. Luke 22, verse 53. When I was daily with you in the temple, you stretched forth no hands against me. But this is your hour, the power of darkness. We, the bride, are removed. We are the restrainer. Then the Antichrist is allowed to do what he wants to the world. The bride right now might feel weak and sorrowful, but our joy is coming. He is on the way. And he has strengthened us every day to keep pushing, to keep fighting, to keep doing the work that he's calling us to do, to keep rightly dividing Scripture the way he sees fit to do so.